Good evening and welcome to the Financial Week. I'm Andrew Laidley. The dollar continues to lose value, sinking to its lowest average price against the U.S. currency ever today. At the close of trading, the greenback was selling for $142.32. That's almost $10 more than at the start of the year. The new price for the U.S. represents a 7% loss in value for the Jamaican currency since the start of 2020. Even so, some persons were paying close to $150 to acquire $1 US. Now, as for the Canadian currency, it is going for $105.83. The pound is $154.73, while the euro closed at $156.10. The president of the private sector organization of Jamaica, PSOJ, Keith Duncan, is urging the government to get its priorities straight. He says much more emphasis must be placed on social spending if Jamaica is to recognize real economic growth. Mr. Duncan was speaking at a Carreras reception yesterday. The government outperforming some of its financial targets and using the surplus to mostly pay down the country's debt while beefing up efforts to curb crime. But PSOJ President Keith Duncan is calling attention to another critical area which he claims is a deterrent to higher economic growth.
We have seen, over the last couple of years, significant investments in infrastructure. We have seen significant investments in national security over the last 4 years. Over $40 billion been spent in national security. We now need to see some money start being pumped into our people, because it's people that make it work.
He wants more money to be spent on improving the knowledge and skills of the workforce so that Jamaica will be more attractive to investors who will offer higher paying jobs.
We have a workforce of 1.25 million. And 800,000 of them are uncertified. So how are you going to create high-value jobs if you have uncertified people? If we're going to create jobs that people can earn more, increase purchasing power, increase domestic demand, increase investments, and grow your economy, that's the only way to do it, to grow that domestic economy. Invest in your people.
In the 2019-2020 budget, the government announced a 25% increase in the allocation for major social protection programs, moving from $16 to $20 billion. And the PSOJ president is urging local businesses to explore expanding services to Guyana. This following a projection by the International Monetary Fund that the oil-rich nation will grow by 86% this year.
The Jamaican business need to figure out now how can we expand our reach into Guyana and supply services to the Guyanese market. There's going to be a lot of flows into Guyana. How do we as a country benefit from those flows? Our businessmen need to look at it and really see how is it that they can leverage it. You know what I mean? Can leverage, because Guyana is a small country, a population of about 750,000, and there will be skill sets that are required to really to drive that growth.
The JC Index gained 855 points today, and the Junior Market Index advanced by 34 points. Among the winners were Pulse Investments, Sagicor Real Estate X Fund, Proven Investments US dollar shares, The Lab, and Paramount Trading. Now on the losing side were Siboney Group, Cygnus Credit Investment US dollar shares, Salada Foods, Stationery and Office Supplies, and Wigton Wind Farm. And that's the Financial Week. I'm Andrew Laidley. Good evening.